Hey everybody, we're back with another video. As you can see, our yard is looking a little different. Just wanted to post an update on the Oddball Fleet. We have gotten rid of some vehicles and acquired some vehicles. So if you remember from our last video, we had a 2006 Dodge Charger, a 95 Mustang, which was sitting right here, I believe. The Charger was sitting way back there somewhere. And we also had if I could remember what it was. Ah, yeah, the white Lincoln Town Car, that's right, which was also sitting over here somewhere in this general vicinity. It might have been over there where the SUV is. But all three of those vehicles got sold, and we got some new stuff in its place, as well as acquired a vehicle that was already here that now I can actually cover because now it's mine. So here we go. Let's start with what happened. My girlfriend sold her Charger, and this one here got, well, it ran over a ladder. According to the estimate on how much it was going to cost to fix it, it was actually totaled. She bought it back from the insurance for, I think, $717, and fixed the negligible damage that was done to it, including replacing a rear wheel. We actually still have the wheel and a tire, but the damage was, little small stuff like, the hood is not quite lined up properly, a little dimple right there. Underpinning here, it got a little ding right down there, and it pushed out the bumper a little bit more than it was. This thing was already a rebuilt title, so it's pretty much a double rebuild now. So basically, she can't have any kind of good insurance on it. It's just a daily beater now. This is the wheel that was replaced. Of course, it needs a bath. They all do. But yeah, then you can see where the bumper was pushed out here too. But thing still drives, and so she kept it because it is all-wheel drive. It's a good winter beater, something to kick around in, So she wanted to keep it. But she sold the Charger, and with the insurance payoff and the sale of the Charger, she was actually able to purchase her new car, which is named Lola, which all I think of now is that song about a cross-dresser back in the 70s or 60s. Yeah, her granddaughter named the vehicle, so yeah. But this is it. A 2013 Chrysler 300 Touring, or 300S, we're really not sure, it was debadged. Which these vehicles, we can open them up later, but in this video we're just showing the vehicles. You can see that it's a bit of a lowrider. It's been lowered, it's got a set of SRT wheels. This paint color is actually a Porsche paint color. The car is actually in a really beautiful pearlescent white. Looks really good, especially in the sun, but we're not going to show that today because, hey, we're lazy. And it's a really nice car. It's the newest thing on the property now, and she really loves this thing. It's only got, what, 125,000 miles? So, I mean, it's a nice car. It's got the full panorama moonroof and all that. It's a pretty nice car. And now, as I mentioned before, I sold the 2000 Town Car and the 95 Ford Mustang. And I purchased actually another somewhat oddball. And I purchased, well, myself. I wanted a winter beater for myself. So, because here in Tennessee, things can get a little hairy every now and then with snow. Not too bad, but still enough to warrant needing 4-wheel drive. And this is what I purchased. It's a 1998 Chevrolet Tahoe LT. It's got 261,000 miles on it, but it has a clean title, so I'll take it. Not the prettiest machine. Originally, I don't know where it was originally, but my girlfriend's son actually owned this truck. He got it from his dad, and then wound up trading it in to a friend of mine who runs a car lot. And it sat around languishing for 3 years. As you can see, it's, you know, been primered and rusted through again. Luggage rack's right here. Yeah, it's just an old beater. It's nothing fancy. It's not why I got it. It does have a leather interior. Who cares? It's a 261,000 mile OBS Chevy Tahoe with barn doors. Nothing incredibly amazing there. But, you know, like I said, I got it for a winter beater. It's something I don't care about. If I wind up sliding off in the ditch on a patch of ice, you know, I just put it in 4 low, hopefully climb out. If it gets a new dent, it gets a new dent. Nobody cares. It's just a hoopty, you know, whatever. Now, my current daily driver, I actually sold the Lincoln and bought this one. It is a 2008 Mitsubishi Eclipse GS. Not the most pristine example, but the car only has 118,000 miles on it. When I got it, I bought it from a guy who didn't know a lot about it. Not very much of a car guy. And I took my chances with it at $1,200 is what I paid for it. And I've been driving it back and forth to work, so pardon all the dirt and the grime and the extra stuff in the interior. It is a really good driver. It's also a 5-speed manual, 4-cylinder, cheap on gas, and honestly in good shape for what it is. But it's still, you know, it's got its blemishes like any used car. The oil pressure light kept coming on when I was idling, and the guy told me that, and that's why he sold the car so cheap. Come to find out, all it was a bad sensor, and it needed an oil change. I fixed that. I'm into the car for like less than $1,300, and I could easily sell it for more than that. It's got a moonroof. You know, everything works in it. Cruise control, AC, whole bit. So it's a good, you know, back and forth to work vehicle. Plus it's front wheel drive. It'll go decent enough in bad weather. And if you remember this one from the last video, my grandmother was going through cleaning things up and getting rid of stuff because she's getting up there in age. And she said, I asked her what she's going to do with the truck, and she said I could have it. This is my grandfather's 1986 Dodge W150 Power Ram. 4-wheel drive, obviously, and it works, or it did work. It needs a starter right now. And the truck has the original decals. It has no rust in the bed, no rust under it. I mean, you can see, I mean, there's really, aside from sitting for 3 years, there's nothing wrong with it. It still has the inner fender lining. You know, nothing is really bad on it. Interior, aside from pardon the dirty windows, I mean, it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But this truck has been around. It's an 86 model. He bought it, I think, in September or October of 1986. And has been here. It's been in my family ever since. So it's a lot like the 81 Chevy Love. It's, you know, it's purchased new and has been in my family since it was purchased. It's also kind of rare in the fact that it's a power ram. Oh, thank you. And there's a stick on top of it. But you can see it is a factory 4-wheel drive, factory stereo. I mean, it's all an original truck, except for this sliding window. I actually still have the original solid back glass, but he put the slider in here, and I don't plan on changing it. This tamper shell will be coming off. I have a car show I want to take it to in September, so yeah. The original decals are still on the truck, which is something that normally, I mean, you don't find many power rams. You know, at least I've not seen a whole lot of them, but this still has the original decals, even though they are a bit cracked and a little bit of patina on them. And the truck itself has, you know, a little bit of patina here and there, and it's not perfect, but I mean, it is all original. Yes, I know the wheel covers are off of a Ford, you know, pickup or van from the 80s, and they are, of course, four-wheel drive. It also has automatic hubs instead of manual lock hubs. They still worked. You'll be hard-pressed to find one in this good a shape, honestly, that's not been restored. As well as the fact, in being a power ram, it is just a short bed instead of the long bed, which is was kind of rare back in those days. I think he did add the steps there, you know, the running boards, but I can't be certain. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to, you know, put the starter on it and get this thing to start. It is a factory 318, 5.2 liter for those of you who are metric, but it is an old carbureted truck. It's I'm really happy that I got this truck. This is actually my favorite of the new acquisitions, because I've only been after it, well, since I was a kid, and I've always loved this thing. And I can't wait to get started on it and make it, you know, a nice little cruiser project. This one here, my plans with it are actually to, you know, get a nice set of wheels, tint the windows, and add a cold air intake for, you know, just something to help it breathe a little bit. Maybe an exhaust, I don't know. And I thought about lowering it, but because I live out in the country, I don't think I will. You got to be careful. Yeah, my girlfriend says it's a pain in the butt to lower them. That one, well, I probably will wind up selling this one after winter time's over. I'm not an SUV person. It runs solid. It's got a good 5.7 liter or 350 under the hood of it. Transmission still shifts good. Four-wheel drive still works. It's push button four-wheel drive. It's just, I'm not an SUV person, and I don't like them. I'll go ahead and open this one up. You can see the lovely interior and screaming hinges, because Chevrolet. And I mean, it's not a perfect example, obviously, and of course all my stuff's in the back. But it's complete and solid. There's no rust in the rockers. I don't know if you can see that, but there's no rust there. It's really dirty, but yeah, it's pretty clean. And I'll open up the clips for the heck of it. This one's name is Starfire, by the way. I know that's kind of weird, and I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm not the best at making these videos, in case you haven't noticed. But here's the interior on this one. Let's see here. There's the mileage, and of course it is a straight shift, and there's the 3 pedals. But yeah, it's a good little cruiser. And anyway, that's about it. I will try to get some sort of scheduling down on my videos, maybe a couple of months, maybe 1 or 2 a month, you know, something to get it going. Yeah. But anyway, thanks for your time, and I'm very sorry once again for my chaotic rambling and total lack of preparation for this. Thanks.